It's Trauma with Head PE, and you're watching No Cover TV. Yee-hoo-hoo-hoo!
This is No Cover. Where to go, who to know. We are here at the Outpost in the green room with our friend Trauma from Head PE. How you doing, Trauma?
What's up, dude? I'm terrific, man. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well. It's great to have you on the show. We've been obviously big supporters of Head PE since 1997, giving Head PE the first magazine cover of their career. Shout outs to you guys gave us on their first album, so that was awesome. I know you weren't at that time in the band, you were at Slapback?
Yeah, back then, like the first original band that I was with was like Slapbacks, my uncle Jera Harris, and it's like a funk, kind of like funk rock, some R&B in there, and yeah, and that's where my beginnings.
Yeah, I totally remember Slapback. I remember the funk. I remember with like Fishbone style. That was really cool.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and then you're San Clemente.
Yeah, born and raised San Clemente, San Clemente, California.
Very cool. And so you've been with the band since 2008?
Correct.
Yep, and what album was that?
So I joined Head PE right before the release of NWO, 2008, November of 2008.
Awesome. Well, definitely it's been a total ride for you now, what, 15 years?
Almost 15.
Almost 15. Head PE has 13 full studio albums, and now you just got another EP, right? You jumped ship from Subnoise to Pavement and back to Subnoise. How does it feel to be home again?
Oh, man, we love Subnoise. They're good dudes over there. NWO was also a Subnoise record too. So I got introduced to this whole organization through Subnoise. You know what I mean? And it's been a great ride the entire way. You know, our people always come out and they're just amazing. But I love working with the guys over at Subnoise. Kevin Zinger's a great guy, and they all really have it together. So it's a good fit for us, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we were talking a little bit off camera that you have a certain regiment that you do. You've lost over 300 pounds.
Whoa, easy. I used to be.
Oh yeah, that's right. Or you'd be zero. Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when I first joined the band, I was about 300 pounds, and that first year in 2009, I lost 100 pounds. And I did that just by basically cutting out the soda, cutting out the fast food, and just doing a little exercise. It wasn't really such a drastic change. Just some light jogging in the morning, and then of course the shredding at night. That makes a big difference. It's almost like 2 workouts a day. But I didn't really change my diet so much. I still ate whatever I wanted. It just wasn't processed foods, you know.
Right. And then you've got an awesome story about how you actually joined the band. Tell everybody about this story. This is great.
Okay, well, yeah, so, story goes, my cousin made a wrong phone number. He meant to call this girl who was going to bring to my show with my metal band at the time, Bloodbath and Beyond. Now, my cousin accidentally calls his friend, who worked at a studio across the alleyway from where Head PE was auditioning drummers all week. And Jared wasn't happy with any of the drummers, so it's like almost like a Hail Mary. He sees the studio over there and is like, oh, okay, maybe someone in there, maybe they know a drummer or whatever. So when he went in there, that guy who my cousin accidentally called was in the front and said, oh yeah, I just talked to my friend. His cousin plays drums, I guess. Do you want to get in touch with him? He's like, yeah, please. And so I get the call. They, whoop, 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 everything happens. I get Jared on the phone and he tells me about the band. And I'm like, okay, great. Well, why don't you email me some songs and I'll burn a CD, listen to it, and I'll come down tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Borrowed my friend's car, because my car was in the shop. I went and partied like a crazy madman, all night, because I had my show still, so partied till like 9 in the morning. Sit there, I took a quick little nap. I'm like, oh, I better burn this CD, I guess. So I go up and audition, and I went first. And I played like almost all 6 songs that they gave me. And then when the other drummers start going, they'd get like 30 seconds. And be like, oh, okay, they would know, and then just moved on. And hell, all the rest is history, man. They were so sure that they were not going to use me. Like, that's the whole thing. Because again, I had a different look. I was like all death metaled out. I had these huge dreadlock horns, Like, he was about 300 pounds, this big boy. And they weren't sure, like, they were not going to use me. They had a guy who toured with another band that toured, like, Puddle of Mud, System of a Down. That was the Ringer. Wow. They had the Ringer. And they were going to use this guy, and he showed up the same day I did. I was just the total audible, you know what I mean? And so after the audition, he did audition as well, and they were like, So they huddled together, Head PE, and we're like, okay, check it what. This other drummer is the guy, he's the better drummer. Why don't we use him for these shows? We'll have this other guy, you know, we'll keep him in touch, where we still want to use him or whatever, and have him go and practice these songs. And then a few months later, when the tour starts, he'll just be our guy. I didn't know this at the time. So I go in to do these shows, and I'm like, whoa, these are like big shows that I'm not used to doing all the time. It's just, you know, doing my local thing. We played good clubs and stuff, but this was at that peak where like Cottonmouth Kings, Tech Nine, they were doing the, I think it was called like the Strange Noise Tour.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I went out to do these shows, and I'm like, man, well, this is really, really awesome. Played those shows. Next thing you know, they filmed the Renegade video. I'm not in that, as you noticed.
No,
I'm not the drummer in that. Yeah. That's the guy who they were going to use. They were so sure they weren't going to keep me that they brought him in for the video, you know? So sure enough, a little bit of time goes by, and they get to rehearsing again. They bring him in. They're like, okay, here we go. We're leading up to this next tour. And they start jamming after I'd already played shows with them. And Jared said that it was, you know, later, they all started talking after they played a couple of songs. And I'm like, all right, will you excuse us for a minute? Hey, guys, come over here. We got to talk. And they left the room. And they're all just kind of thinking the same thing. Like, yeah. So what are we going to do? Are we going to still take this guy? It was a unanimous decision. They were like, Jeremiah's the better guy.
Wow.
You know, and they were like, yeah, it is. So, you know, it's like, should I call him then? I mean, we haven't talked to him in like 2.5 months now. You know, and they're like, so I get the call. And at that point, it was official. Trauma is officially in Head PE. I'm the guy, and 14 years later, here I am, longer than any other German that's been in the band.
You must love that song, Suck It.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Like, oh, there it is.
That's it. Suck it. I'm the drummer. Suck it.
That's me.
Yeah, I can't wait till you play that tonight.
All right, easy now. Easy no.
No, we don't want to kick you out of the band. But a lot of people may not know, but you actually have some Cleveland roots just outside of Cleveland?
Yes, I do. I lived out here in North Royalton for a couple of years. I was working with the band and drumming with them, a band called Mushroom Head, and did a bunch of shows with them. It was awesome time. I lived on the compound, like Jeffrey Nothing, who's also just a legend here in this town. We were next door neighbors and stuff, and it was just, we hung out. I still talk to him and keep up with these guys, you know, still to this day. You know, I was also in Head PE the whole time, so we do head-to-head tours.
So wait a minute, you lived next door to Jeffrey Nothing at that time before you were in the band or when you were in the band?
After I joined the band. Yeah, after I joined the band.
Okay.
And so yeah, I came out on the compound because it just so happened right after I joined the band, some people that were on the property that had a house were getting kicked out of it. So it was just opening up, and I just started playing with them. I'm like, I'm taking it.
Nice.
I'm leaving San Clemente. I'm leaving the sun. I'm leaving the beach, and I'm going to Cleveland.
You love the snow.
I do. I love winter way more than summer. You see me right now, I'm like in the sweat already just sitting here. I hate it. It's my nemesis. The heat is my nemesis. Yeah.
Well, this has been an awesome interview. This has been a lot of fun catching up and talking with you. One more thing, little tidbit. We want to know a little bit about On the Road. Tell our viewers a little bit about what it's like on the road. Give them an insight of what you eat, the daily routine.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, one of the things we talked about earlier about, you know, the diet and like how you eat on the road, it can get so easy to just get caught up eating a bunch of crap, which is where I was at pretty much before I joined the band. Believe it or not, Head PE, they all were very conscious about that before I got in the band. So it wasn't like I was influenced badly by them at all. As a matter of fact, it was their influence that got me eating cleaner out on the road and not drinking soda. Like, I don't drink soda anymore, and I stay away from the fast food. Every now and again, I might have a Sprite or a root beer, but I don't drink the caffeine, you know. I don't even have coffee, you know what I mean? But your typical routine, you wake up, I'll make myself some eggs with like spinach, scrambled eggs, You know what I mean? With wrap, like make a wrap out of it or something with some sausage, and then we have our grill that we take out with us. So we grill steaks, grill chicken. We pretty clean. A lot of protein, a lot of fresh stuff. We don't do a lot of rice or beans because obviously it's a little difficult. So it's like more like salads, proteins, sandwiches. Little things like that. Yeah. But at home, I get down. I can cook when I get home.
So you eat clean on the road, but you said also.
Oh, well, I mean, the key is eat clean, party dirty. That's what you do. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably the most nuts in the band when it comes down to partying. Everyone else is just kind of more reserved, but I'm that guy. I eat clean, but I party dirty.
That's the name. Trauma, my God. So, all right, Trauma, real quick, let's talk a little bit about the album that's come out, or that you got the new EP.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just released Sandmine, which is awesome. We introduced a new writing partner. His name's Remy. He's actually overseas in Europe, but that was cool. A nice collaboration with him as well. And you're going to hear some of that stuff tonight. So, we got that out. We got Caliphus Worldwide, both with Suburban Noise Records, by the way. SRH all day, supporting radical habits. That's how it goes. We got that going, and that's doing real well. As far as for the rest of the year, we've got about, I'd say, 4 to 5 weeks left of this tour. Come back for just a couple weeks, and then we're headed over to UK and Europe. So any of our friends out there that's been waiting since COVID, we're coming. We're coming for you.
That's awesome. And then where can they find you and all that, socials and all that good stuff?
All the socials were so easy to find, man. Head PE, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Every single major platform, we're out there. So get out there, check it out, and we'd love to shred with you. And afterwards, let's rage, because that's what I do best.
Oh, this has been awesome, brother. Thank you so much for the interview.
No cover TV.
No cover TV.
No cover TV.
No cover TV.
No cover TV.